How tight is your schedule? Are you so good at your schedule that everything is blocked out? I am going to give you the perfect pro schedule to get into high six figures. Stick with me. I'll be right back. So, from 9 to 12 is going to be your lead generation time. That does not mean that you show up at 9 and get on that phone. And here's the problem. You have to start early. And so there's a whole lot more we can talk about later about what time you go to bed and what you're doing late at night. But let's say this is going to be the perfect schedule. Doesn't mean it's going to be exactly for you. Use common sense, but you should be in that office about 8 to 8:30. Okay? Now, 8 to 8:30, you're getting your mindset ready. You know what I did? I played some music because I'm getting ready to go prospecting. So my favorite song that I played in the morning was Simply the Best by Tina Turner. You know why? Because Tina told me that I was the best. I'm getting pumped up. I'm getting ready to make some calls. Do I really love making prospecting calls? No, but you know why? I want to make money, so I have to do it. So at around 8:15, 8:45, I'm playing that music, and that thing is loud. I'm probably the only one in the office, and Simply the Best. And Tina's singing that song to me, and then I get on that phone and start dialing because Tina said, that I'm simply the best. So I got on that phone, started prospecting. Here's the way I did it. I prospected for 50 minutes and got off in 10 minutes and took a 10-minute break. Now, for those of you that have ADD, I want you to go buy a book. And we're going to tell you what that book is at the end. That's going to help you with your schedule. Okay? Because some of you cannot do something for 50 minutes. So you're going to break that down into increments. Okay, but from 9 to 12, you're lead generating, and you're taking 10-minute breaks for every hour. And then in that 10-minute break, you're not out there running around and doing what they call the lead dance, and you're going to your office. Just kind of get your head ready and get ready for your next call. This is how you get ready for each hour, because when you get to your second hour, your third hour of lead generation, you're kind of like, I can't wait for this is over with. People are hanging up, but just do it. Remember, we're only looking for one lead. That's it. All right. So 9 to 12 is booked. Now, at 12 o'clock, you need to take a break. Now, I like half an hour lunches. Some people take an hour, but I 9 out of 10 times never have a lunch meeting. Why? Because lunch usually carries itself to about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'm not doing that. I have a goal. I have a lot of bills to pay. I have a family, and I want to make a good amount of money. So I'm going to do a 12 to 12:30. For me, if you need an hour, do an hour. So 8 to 9 o'clock, getting ready mentally. I'm getting myself pumped up. 9 to 12, I'm calling. I'm tracking my numbers. And from 12 to 12:30, I take a break. I don't eat a lot because I stand up when I'm prospecting. So I kind of get myself all jazzed up. And then I'm back on that phone at 12:30. You can be back on at 1 o'clock. And you could, juggle things around. The point here is that I have a solid 3 hours. And I might have to do something later on in the evening if I don't have appointments. So now it's 1 o'clock, and now I'm doing lead follow-up from 1 to 2. Very important, because about 70-75% of your appointments can come from effective lead follow-up. If you don't lead follow-up on a specific time that's blocked, guess what happens? You're losing some of those appointments. So 9 to 12, 12 to 12:30, 12 to 1 lunch, break time, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock is going to be lead follow-up time. Got that? Then from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock is going to be prep time. Now that's going to be preparation for any appointments I have later on that afternoon or that evening. All right? Again, use common sense. You may have to juggle things around because you have kids or something happens. I'm not saying you're so daggone blinded that you're not going to look at these other things, but be careful. Because here's what happens. Right around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, someone says, there's a lead coming in, and you stop everything to handle this one lead that ends up being nothing. Stick to your schedule, okay? You can't lose something you never had, but you could always get more leads if you stay focused, okay? Now, again, let's go back. 1 to 2, lead follow-up. 2 to 3 is prep time for your appointments that you're going to have in the afternoon or later on in the evening. And your appointment time is going to be from 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Okay, now, simple. You have lead generation, administration, and appointment time. There's only 3 buckets in a day. We overcomplicate this thing. Well, Bill, what about social media? You can do that between 1 and 3. Okay? What about having a meeting with my assistant? 1 to 3. What about I've got to lick some stamps and write some notes? 1 to 3. I got to lead generate? 9 to 12. I couldn't call anybody. There was no one home. If you have no appointments in the afternoon, from 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 3 to 6, guess what you're doing? You're going to make some more calls. All right? That's what you got to do. That's what you have to do. And so I know top producers that are so focused that you cannot break that time. You seal every compartment of the day. It's kind of like what they call day parts, right? You departmentalize your day. Lead generation, administration, and appointment time. Those appointments could be anything. Buyer appointments, listing appointments. They could be appointments with some relocation, whatever it may be. But use common sense. Could you have to make an appointment at 10:30 in the morning because someone says, you know what, I have a $1.5 million listing and I'm definitely going out of town in the next 2 days. I need you to come over to list a house. I guarantee you that I'm going to break that morning schedule and I'm going there. I'll compensate that in the afternoon. My goal, as I said in previous videos, is that I want 5 A leads a month. So that's what I'm looking for. Now let's get to you that have what I call adult ADD. You just can't be focused. You're just like a cow with the ring, and anywhere you go and anything anybody says, you're kind of leading. So I want you to buy this book because it breaks down the day into 25-minute increments that are called Pomodoros. This is a Pomodoro technique. All right. This book, I was on an airplane and I went ahead and started studying this lady who talked about it. She was a TV producer and she goes, you know what? I was all over the place, but as soon as I got this book, I realized it. It's about time management. Probably the best time management book I have read that really breaks down time management. So simple because you go into 25-minute increments and then you take a 5-minute break and go for another 25. So that means that if, let's just say, 1 hour has 2 Pomodoros in it. And Pomodoro in Italian is tomato. Okay. And so what they end up doing, they have a timer that you can buy. And actually, if you go online, you can look up Pomodoro timer and it has a digital timer that you can start and it can actually ping you and tell you when to stop. But the point here is, if you have ADD, use the Pomodoro technique. Stay focused on a set schedule every day. And then if you don't have it and you're able to go 50 minutes, that's fine. But still, you can allocate 25 minutes to a task. And if you need more time, you can do 2 Pomodoros. What if it's a big task and you got to do 4 Pomodoros? Well, that's probably 2 hours, but you take a 25-minute focused time into that task. You take a 5-minute break and get back to that task. By breaking it up, it can actually help you to stay more focused so that you don't get all drifty and get off a task. This is what it takes to get high 6 figures in this business. And you have to figure this thing out because probably the number one thing that you have to control is your time. Hey, thanks for watching the video and I hope you found it real valuable. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on new videos. For more resources and tools, check out the links in the description below. And if you want to stay up to date with our latest content, make sure to tune in weekly for new videos, okay? So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.